Imagine you're waking up on a crisp October morning. You turn on College Game Day, hear Lee Corso on your TV. Leaves are falling on the ground. It's fall, and football season is in full swing. Everyone in the country is turning on their TVs, getting excited for what's to come later that day. A full slate of college football. Cannot get any better than this. But then reality sets in. You realize your team only has 2 wins this season, and it's not looking good for the rest of the schedule either. You're losing to teams like Colorado State, Vanderbilt, and Western Kentucky. In 2018 and 2019, Arkansas went 4-20. Out of 24 games, this team won 4 games. 20 losses in a span of 2 years. It's probably the worst time to be a fan of any team in any decade. You're an SEC team. You have plenty of funding. You're in the best conference at this time. You win 4 games out of 24 in the span of 2 years. And who was responsible was this man, Chad Morris, the man who made me want to stop watching football. I just want to interrupt this video real quick and remind you guys to subscribe and like if you're enjoying the video so far. I do have a bunch of big plans coming up this fall. I will be traveling to a few football stadiums and interviewing, maybe doing a little trolling around these football campuses or NFL stadiums where I will be wearing the away team's jerseys that day, just talking to people around the city and the fans of that home team. I'm also going to be streaming a bit, a bunch of big plans coming up. Make sure you stay tuned, turn on those notification buttons, like and subscribe, and enjoy the video.
Very inconsistent. Oh my goodness, that did not work. Jordan Jones tackled by Rakeem Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd's wrong here. He's either got to go behind the quarterback or he's got to be a lead blocker on that. But a lot of miscommunication there, and that one doesn't feel good, and it's embarrassing.
I mean, I would go to school the next day or that Monday after an embarrassing Saturday loss, and everyone knew me as the Arkansas fan because I live in Pennsylvania. I mean, I'm kind of far from Arkansas, really. I would always wear Arkansas stuff throughout the day or throughout the weeks of the football season and even basketball season, And everyone knew me as the Arkansas fanatic. Everyone would know me because, everyone around there is not an Arkansas fan. So they'd be like, oh, you're an Arkansas fan, this and that. So when they see Arkansas do bad or do something crazy on TV, I'd come in Monday morning and I'd just get made fun of. Oh, what happened to Arkansas? Dude, just back up. Let me go to my English class. Mondays were very rough for me during that 2018-2019 stretch. Even is still today because we just went 2-10 last season. So laughing stock still to this day. Wasn't as bad though. I mean, this 2018 to 2019 stretch was the worst time of my life. I mean, I would go into these games, 2 wins on the season, 1 win on the season, just think, oh man, I really hope we can steal one here. Please, please. And, Chad Morris, he was a great recruiter. He was an amazing recruiter. He got a bunch of talent into the school. For some reason, he just couldn't coach. I mean, players would later in interviews and be asked about Chad Morris, and he said, he was just not connecting with them, and players were just not motivated to play with this guy or play for this guy. And he was just a bad coach, but he could recruit. Big recruiting guy, could not coach for the life of him. But yeah, I remember in 2019, after going 2-10 in 2018, we went into the Ole Miss game. I always think we're 1-0 at that time, surprisingly. I just remember, we're playing Ole Miss, we're going into Ole Miss. I was like, yeah, this is our first test of the season. This is going to show how the season is going to go. This is our first SEC game. This is going to determine a lot for this team this year. So it was a very big game for us Arkansas fans because it was really a chance to show that, hey, last year was just a fluke. We went 2-10, sure, but this year has to be different, right? This year has to be better. There's no way we could go be worse than last season. This was to really see how well we progressed. And we lost by 2 touchdowns. Now, I remember the game very vaguely, but I just remember being upset that it wasn't even as close as I thought it would have been. I thought I really believe heading into that game we were going to win. We were going to steal a road game against Ole Miss, because at that time I felt like Ole Miss was kind of the same as Arkansas, the talent-wise and everything. 2 touchdowns isn't a blowout, so it wasn't bad. After that game, Hog fans still had hope, and we had a rematch with Colorado State. The year prior, we lost to them. It was a big thing. We were up, and then we choked the lead. So this was another big game to see how well we progressed, and we actually won. We were 2-1 on the season with wins against Portland State and Colorado State, with a 2-touchdown loss to Ole Miss. At this point in time, things looked good. Things looked better than last season. It looked like we were progressing, and it looked like we weren't going to go 2-10. This was the season to actually try for a bowl game and see what we could do and take this motivation and this progress into next year. Then San Jose State happened. We lost 31-24. This was an embarrassing loss. Arkansas should never lose this game. It should have never happened. And then you go on to play Texas A&M. And then we lose to Texas A&M by 4 points. It was a very up and down season. We were 2-3 at this time, just looking for something. I remember going into this Kentucky game, 2-3 at the time. I believe Kentucky was also 2-3 or somewhere similar. And I just remember thinking, we have to get this game, because Kentucky wasn't good. Kentucky was a mid-team, just like us. Well, at this time, I thought Arkansas was a mid-tier team, but actually bottom. And we lost by 4 points again. And then we get destroyed by Auburn, 51-10. Then lose 48-7 to Alabama. And get destroyed by Mississippi State. At this point in the season, everyone's given up. There's only a couple games left. We have Western Kentucky, LSU, and Missouri left to play. We're thinking, okay, we could beat Western Kentucky. Definitely not beating 2019 LSU with Joe Burrow. And then hopefully we can make it a good game with Missouri and maybe steal it. Make it a 4-win season probably. 11 a.m. kickoff against Western Kentucky. We lose 45-19. The quarterback for Western Kentucky played for Arkansas the season prior. Chad Morris got fired on the field after this one. This season, this coach, Chad Morris, made me hate my own team. Vividly remember going into some games and thinking, you know what, it'd be better if we did lose this game. I remember starting losing to Western Kentucky. I was like, you know what, we should lose this game. I hope we lose this game just so this guy get fired and we can move on and get a better coach, get better players, whatever. I remember being happy we lost to Western Kentucky, and then happy hearing that Chad Morris got fired right after that game. And then we had 2 games left. We obviously lost them with interim head coach. This was the worst 2 years ever. First year going 2-10, I was like, you know what, first year coach, whatever. We've been on the decline for the past couple of years. It is what it is. We're going to get up again. Second year, this just made me depressed. In 2020, we got Sam Pittman. I was thinking we're going to go 0-10. He thankfully won 3 games. Saved the state of Arkansas, honestly. This made me never want to watch Arkansas football again. This was like the worst time period ever. No matter what happens, do not hire Chad Morris in the future. Whatever team, whatever high school, I don't care what it is, do not hire this guy, please. He does not deserve a job. This was like a terrorism act against the Hogs. I don't know if he just hated Arkansas really that much and just wanted to destroy the program. He set the program back for like a decade. He at least set the program back a decade. It's my personal opinion. I think he has a grudge against Arkansas and did this on purpose. I mean, we have the same amount of wins as Vanderbilt in the past decade. The team that shares a state with Tennessee, who everyone in Tennessee is a Tennessee Volunteer fan. You're not a Vanderbilt fan unless you know someone that goes to Vanderbilt. I truly believe that. I don't know who's a Vanderbilt fan. Never met one, actually. I mean, I'm yearning for the days where we are, near the top of the SEC. I'm not even asking for 12-0 seasons here. I'm not asking to make the playoffs. I'm asking to be competitive 7, 8, 9 win seasons, 6 win seasons here and there. But I'm asking for like 7 to 9 wins a season, man. Competing with the tops of the SEC, the Alabamas, the Georgias. I want to have close games with them, steal a couple here and there. Make it interesting. Be in the SEC race. Make the playoff every once in a while. I mean, during this 2018-2019 stretch, it was the worst, not only because we sucked so bad. I think these years also put the biggest dent in Arkansas's rivals, like LSU. LSU doesn't see us as a rival as much as we see them because of how bad this Arkansas program is. they see their rival as Florida and Alabama. Why? Because those programs are always at the top of the SEC and they're always battling for a spot in the playoff or in the championships. That's a rivalry. That means something to them. They play Arkansas. It's like, yeah, whatever. I think 2018-2019 put a real big dent in the Arkansas-LSU rivalry because they're over here going 15-0, winning national championships, while we just went 2-10. That's no rivalry. I mean, it's a fun game. I think Arkansas and LSU is a very underrated game that people often overlook, but you can't have a rivalry like that. I am hopeful for the future. We got Ryan Silverfield. Not really a big fan of the hire. I hope he proves me wrong, but I hope we never go 2-10 again. We went 2-10 last year. Very fluky year, really. We lost every game by like less than 7 points. It was a weird year. Not as bad as 2018-2019 though. But I am hopeful for the future. Never hoping for that again. Remind you guys to like, subscribe. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching the whole video. I will be doing stuff in the future, going to campuses and NFL stadiums here this fall. I don't know which ones yet. We'll see. But yeah, I'm also going to be Twitch streaming. We'll see. I don't know what exactly. Maybe some video games. Maybe some React videos. Sporting React videos. I don't really know yet. Go follow my Twitter. You know, we're going to keep up with college football this season. We're going to have a great season. I'm so excited. It's getting to that point in summer where I'm very excited for college football. And yeah, like always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.